Best by, use by, sell by. You've probably seen these dates printed on almost everything you buy at a grocery store. Everything from eggs to milk have expiration dates, and you may think that these dates tell you when food stops being safe to eat, right? However, food can be good to eat even if it is way past the given end dates that are printed on the labels. You curious? Discover more. Know more. If food products aren't handled correctly during the packaging process, transportation or storage, they can actually go bad before the dates printed on the labels. The shelf life of food can be cut short by something as simple as leaving it outside for too long or having your fridge at the wrong temperature. So, why are these dates on food labels anyway? The companies manufacturing these products use the best by or use by dates to indicate when they think their products are at their best in terms of quality, taste, and flavour for the consumer. However, this may also make us think that we should throw it away by this expired date and buy another, even though it may still be okay to consume. This leads to the major issue of food wastage. Every year, Americans throw over 40 million tons of perfectly good food in the trash. Roughly 40% of the food supply is thrown out because of these confusing dates. 83% of Americans prematurely throw out food based on the sell-by date, which isn't even meant for consumers. It actually indicates when stores need to refresh their inventory. This wastage can be cut down drastically by decoding the dates on food labels. The next time you're clearing out your pantry or fridge, knowing what these terms mean will help you keep your fridge full longer. Best by or use by date. This indicates the last date when a product will be at peak quality or flavour, but the product may still be safe to eat even after this date. The food manufacturers are the ones who determine this date. Sell-by date. This tells stores the last date a product can be sold or should be kept on their shelves. The products may still be safe to consume after this date, however, are recommended to be taken off. Stores can still donate products that have reached the expiry date as long as they make sure the product is not spoiled. Packed or manufactured date. This indicates when an item was packaged, sealed, or canned. This helps retailers and stores track their stock and also pull and send back items in case of a recall. By now, we are sure you must be wondering, how can you tell how good your food is, right? Ultimately, the dates printed on these labels don't really tell you that much about the safety of the foods. Instead, you should check your food for signs of spoilage like changes in smell, colour, or texture. We have a few tricks to notice a few simple signs that help you tell if the food has actually gone bad. 1. Eggs float in water. If you put an egg in water and it drops to the bottom, it's fresh, and if it floats, it has gone bad. However, the truest way to tell if an egg is spoiled is to smell the yolk. A spoiled egg will smell bad before and after it is cooked. 2. Veggies get discoloured or become mushy. If you notice your green veggies are turning yellowish or are significantly discoloured, then it's probably time you toss them in the trash. Root vegetables like potatoes and carrots should be firm. If they're mushy or slimy, this means they are no longer good to be eaten anymore. 3. Canned items have a damaged packaging. You would think that canned items should last basically forever, right? Well, that is not the case. Canned goods can have a shelf life of anywhere between 2 to 5 years, as long as there aren't any dents, cracks, rust, or swelling in the packaging. Bad canned food can cause botulism, which is a rare and potentially fatal illness caused by a toxin produced by the bacterium Clostridium botulinum. The disease begins with weakness, blurred vision, feeling tired, and having trouble speaking. 4. The food has mold on it. This is one of the most obvious signs that food has definitely gone bad. Sometimes people trim off the part that has the mold and eat the rest of the food that seems fine. This is a bad idea. Baked goods like bread that have spots of mold are definitely not safe to eat, even if you get rid of the moldy parts, since there is no way to know how much the mold has spread within. 5. The food smells bad. This is another obvious sign of food that has gone bad. If the food doesn't smell like it is supposed to, or you notice that it smells different than it did when you got it, it has probably gone bad and should be tossed in the trash. 6. Meat is an odd colour. In general, meat should be red. If you notice that meat is extremely dark or looks greyish or greenish in colour, it's probably time to toss it. In the same way, you can tell if chicken has gone bad if it starts to look grey in colour. Chicken should ideally be a light pink colour. The change in colour indicates that bacteria is growing on the chicken, and it is past its best, even though it might not smell too bad. 7. Fruits are mushy. Fruits can go bad pretty quickly. Mould also often grows on fruits. An obvious telltale sign that you shouldn't eat that piece of fruit is if it becomes soft and mushy, and this means that it is no longer good to eat. 8. Seafood smells a little too fishy. This might sound a bit silly to say that if your fish smells fishy, it has probably gone bad, but it's true and quite confusing. Some seafood does naturally smell a little fishy, and that's fine, but if your seafood smells unpleasantly fishy, it has probably gone bad. Trust your nose on this one. 9. Food has a slimy layer on it. If you notice a layer of slime on top of some old deli meat, like cold cuts or vegetables, it's time to dump it in the trash. This is an indication that bacteria are growing on the product and could make you sick. 10. Spices look faded. Spices are also something that can last forever, right? Well, not really. When spices go bad, they probably won't make you sick, but they won't taste as fresh and won't have a great flavour. You know spices are too old if they fade in colour and don't smell as fragrant as before. Food science can be tricky, and those ambiguous labels don't always help. Knowing a little bit about how and why food expires can help you keep your fridge full longer. We hope this has given you a better understanding of these food date labels. Until next time, keep watching YouCurious. Discover more, know more.